Hi all, Karen coming at you again. I have my man behind the camera with me.
I guess he ain't gonna work now. Hi, I'm trying to mess. There it is.
Hello, help me! Can you hear me? Oh God! Help me, please! Help!
See, even putting the new batteries in it delayed. In case you cannot guess. Oh,
Okay, I shut it off. Here,
in case you cannot guess,
that's what I was using.
here's what was playing in the background. So, Bob and I are here to do a review / talk about Halloween Ends.
We actually didn't do a Halloween on like we did the Fridays, did we?
No,
We might do that a little bit, but hopefully this ain't gonna be 2
Yeah,
hours
so
long.
Bob brought some of his toys to show. If you haven't, because don't really do this on my other channel. So this guy,
He's awesome.
probably he's what 20 some years old now.
Probably. I can look and see if there's a date on it when you're
Yeah,
done showing.
so let me
There you
hand
go,
them
check
back to
that out.
you. And then he just wanted to share a couple of things since we're doing this Halloween Ends review. So this is his Halloween, The Evolution of Evil. I think I got you this for Christmas many moons ago.
Copyright 2000. McFarlane Toys.
McFarlane. We were talking.
Made in China.
We were talking about this because I was like, oh my god, because he has a few
2000.
of these. So this is from NECA. Just to show you guys, still in the original
That's fine.
packaging.
We don't have to show this the whole way through.
And then
He don't work anymore, but
he has this guy
Spencer's.
too, Spencer's stuff guy. Anyways, he was like, I want to share some of my toys since we don't get to talk about them on the other channel.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're recording this on October 14th, which was the day Halloween Ends was to start streaming on Peacock and showing in theaters. We actually watched it 11 o'clock on the 13th. It was already streaming. So we watched it last night. Gonna kind of get a little mixed bag on this one with him and I here. So I asked Bob before we came on camera, once I finally got my computer to cooperate, are we going to do a review or are we going to just do a discussion? He said, we'll do both.
We'll do everything. This way you can watch one video.
So this is probably not going to be a spoiler-free. Sorry, my drink kind of.
All right, that's fine. I'm just goofing around while I'm waiting.
It's not going to be a spoiler-free one. I'm just going to tell you guys that up front. I know I have been trying to keep these a little shorter and spoiler-free, but I think with this one, you really, really can't. So this one, it starts out where we get kind of introduced to a new character.
Roy.
His name's Corey. He's called to babysit this little kid, I think named Jeremy, who's a little shit. And long and short of what happens is it didn't show up.
All right.
Long and short of what happens, there's an accident and Jeremy ends up getting killed.
Was it an accident? You didn't see it though.
But it's kind of one of these things. At this point, this happened Halloween of 2019. And then the movie is supposed to pick up. Is it 2022? Is it like 3 years later?
I don't know. 4 years after Kills.
Whatever. So it's basically, you kind of get Laurie at the beginning talking about how things have changed in the town because, Michael disappeared. Nobody trusts anyone. There's a lot more crimes going on. The crime with Jeremy being one of them. And basically, Haddonfield kind of goes to shit. So it kind of, you follow this character Corey a little bit. He was supposed to be like a promising college student. He ends up not going into that. He's working at like a mechanic junkyard with, I'm guessing it's his stepfather, who's actually kind of a cool dude. I actually kind of like that character. But yeah, he's kind of working there. He comes across paths with later on at the gas station, these four. I said to Bob, I said they were band fags because I was in marching band in high school, and that's what we called each other in high school. We're band fags. I mean, if anybody's offended, I apologize. That's what
we're allowed to say that kind of stuff on here. Okay.
And they basically figure out, oh, it's you're a pedo, da da da. And in the middle of all this, Laurie shows up. They actually end up damaging the main kid's car. Anyways, Laurie introduces Corey to Allison, her granddaughter, because he got hurt. She's working at, I don't know if it's a doctor's office, a medical clinic, or what's going
It's not
on.
really important.
But basically, it kind of becomes that Corey and Allison kind of start seeing each other. A little bit of difficulties here at first.
So I'm just
Oh, I thought
no, I'm chiming in on you. I don't want to overspeak. Like you got a bandit for.
Yeah, you guys might. I'm probably posting this video before that one, just so you
Whatever.
know, just because this one's with this being out.
That's fine. Go ahead. You're at the hospital or talking to the doctor.
Anyways, we keep going on. Like I said, I'm skipping over some things. The movie isn't like an hour and 50 minutes, just to give you a heads up. We don't really even see Michael till a good 50 or so minutes in.
Boo.
But anyways, Corey ends up going to this party at some bar where Lindsay's working, where Lindsay only had like a minor role in this one, but basically she runs into the kid's mother there, and he's like, why are you allowed to be happy? Why are you, basically criticizing him.
Stupid.
So he leaves, he's walking home. The 4 band kids find him. They kind of have an altercation again, and Corey gets thrown over the side of this bridge where
Corky.
Where this homeless guy is, and the kids think, oh my god, he's dead. And the main kid that did it, I can't even remember because he's a real douche, was like, you saw nothing, typical kind of like, I know what you did last summer. Let's go that route. Like, you saw nothing happened. We take this to our grave. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
like I know what you did that
it turns out
say it.
This is where Michael's hanging. Has been apparently hiding in this. No,
You're distracted. Come on.
Michael's been hanging in this sewer.
Like a Ninja Turtle.
Apparently. He takes Corey in there, and somehow during the next morning when Corey wakes up and he's getting ready to leave, Michael is choking him, but they meet eye to eye, and something happens.
And that's where I was like, fuck this movie.
So you can kind of tell who's not liking it here right now. So Corey gets out of there. The homeless guy's out there. He's like, why did he let you escape? He takes everybody in there and kills them. What's so special with you? Go in there and get Michael's mask. Well, Corey ends up killing this homeless guy because he pulled a knife on him. So we kind of see Corey start to transition during this time. I kind of have a theory behind this. I didn't say anything to Bob about this before going on camera.
So I guess you're not going to spare me now.
No, we'll talk about it a little bit more during the discussion scene. Anyways, we kind of see Corey, I'm going to say, start spiraling. Because he starts, killing people. He basically, at one point, he's still going after Allison. He kind of becomes obsessed with her, as far as I'm concerned. And there's this cop that Allison was dating. They have a little bit of a run-in. Corey leads him back to where Michael is. And basically, at this point, between Michael and Corey, they kill him. This officer, yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Was that cop, was he in the other ones? Or no? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
So basically, all of a sudden, she has a guy that she'd been seeing, but he wasn't even.
But she was still a teenager at the end of Halloween Kills, though.
So she's 4 years older now.
Right. So apparently,
they saw each other in that amount of time. So a lot happened in 4 years.
Well, she's apparently, I believe, a nurse, because she was hoping for this charge nurse position. So apparently, within the 4 years, she, graduated high school, went to college, became a nurse, which there are different levels of nursing you can do.
Okay,
so I mean,
I'm just wondering because I don't remember him.
But getting back to Corey lures this cop there, and he basically tells Michael show me what you do. And it's like, I was joking. I said I started singing. I don't know if anybody remembers some Michael Jordan commercials back in the 80s, 90s. Seriously? Mike, if I could be like Mike. I was being sarcastic at that point. But anyways,
I was too pissed off to be sarcastic.
Yeah. So Corey just starts kind of and more out of control. He eventually does go back, confronts Michael. I'm skipping some things.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this one for an hour.
He goes back, kind of confronts Michael to get the mask, which he does.
He's like controlling Michael. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I don't know if he thought he killed Michael or not, but he didn't at this point. Well, then
No,
he
he wasn't
dons the
involved.
mask. He ends up luring the high school kids to the place where he works and takes them out, which there's probably there's two good kills in this movie, and there's one in this part with the head kid that's a real dick. And I actually kind of felt bad because, like I said, I believe the character is his stepfather, and he actually is killed, but not by Corey. It was by one of the high school kids, and I actually kind of felt bad because I liked the character because he was kind of cool. But anyways, then he goes off. There's this DJ in town who's a real dick, and he goes and kills him, and that's the other cool kill in this movie. Then he goes and kills his mom. Corey's mom's a little.
She's a fucking weirdo, man.
Oh wow,
She kisses him and hugs him,
she's
and
like,
I think she has a hots for him.
yeah, that was a little.
They probably banged. They banged,
I don't
they
know.
banged hard.
But he's also trying to convince Allison because Allison's like over Haddonfield as well.
She's weird in this one too.
Yeah, well, I have a theory with that as
You
well.
always have your
I have
theories.
theories with everything. My theories.
Oh, I
have
got
theories.
a lot of theories about shit.
But and then he's also trying to convince Allison that Laurie is trying to kill him in order to get Allison to leave town. So we get pretty much after like Corey does all these killings, we get to the final showdown is what it comes down to. Allison is packing to leave. Laurie's trying to convince her not to go. Allison leaves. Laurie sets it up like she's going to commit suicide. She basically sets Corey up, who's there in the Michael Myers mask, as Bob's doing middle fingers over here, to basically lure him in. They kind of have it out, but it actually ends up being a setup because Corey keeps has said to Laurie multiple times, if I can't have her, nobody can.
That's original.
And he goes ahead and stabs himself in the throat. Well, Laurie goes to remove the knife, and right, like she's holding it over him when Allison comes in.
This all requires convenient timing on his part.
Yeah. So then Allison's like, oh my God, he was telling the truth, and she leaves. Well, in the middle of all this, Laurie notices one of her doors is open. So she kind of is moving out of the room. Michael shows up.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Corey is still alive, but not for very long.
That part was stupid.
Michael breaks his neck, takes his mask, and then Michael and Laurie have their final showdown because I know Bob at one point when she was locking the door, he goes, does she not know what's going on? I said, no, she heard everything. She's trapping him in there. She's done.
I just lost interest.
Yeah.
I just totally didn't care.
Basically, they have it out. Laurie succeeds. I mean, like I said, if you want to watch it. With everything, Allison comes back and actually saves Laurie at one point because Michael was choking her, and she's like, just go ahead and do it. I'm done. I've lost everything. So basically, they kill him. He gets killed. The police show up because Laurie made the suicide call, and they're like, no, Laurie's like, no, we have to totally finish this. So it cuts away to them tying Michael to the roof of Allison's car. The police are like, this is not how we do this. And then the one African-American officer, sheriff, whatever, I don't remember what he was, that was in Halloween Kills. He shows up here at this point. And he goes, and that's what the officers are like, we don't do it this way. And he goes, tonight we do. And basically the whole town comes out, which you were just like losing it at this point. Like, how the fuck did people know what's going on? And they go to the junkyard mechanic place that Corey worked at, and there's this like compactor thing. Is that what it's called? Or
I don't know, some type of grinder.
Whatever. Which, and earlier in the movie, I said I thought to myself, that's going to come into play later.
I forgot about it because, like I said,
I was sitting there. I'm like, no, I had that in the back of my mind. That's going to come into play.
I had nothing in the back of my mind watching this.
So they the town's turning out. It's literally a fucking parade out to go there, and basically, they take Michael off the roof. And I joked at this point that he was crowd surfing up to where they were going to take care of his body the rest of the way, because like everybody that gathered like took him off and was like pushed, like carrying him, like crowd surfing. And Laurie went up top to kick him in there, and Allison had turned on the machine, and that was it. So then it ended that Laurie was writing this book, kind of her finishing up the book. Allison did leave town, and that was kind of it. Like I said, it's an hour and 50 minutes, obviously rated R. If you can't guess from reactions, Bob did not like it.
Nope.
I was fine with it.
You would be.
It wasn't my favorite. I think we were talking earlier that we were comparing this to the most recent Star Wars trilogy with Force Awakens. I forgot the middle movie name, but those, but
well,
those
that's what
were
it tells you, yeah.
the middle, like how it was like, okay, the Halloween 2018 was a good one.
I liked it.
Halloween Kills.
I like that one too. We did one on there.
Yeah, we did that. We did talk about that.
Yeah, I looked at it
year.
last night. You did that 11 months ago. So this maybe you'll put this, and then it'll be about a year
Yeah.
from your since.
So
Maybe, but this will be up in 10 years. So.
And then this one,
it's stupid.
Like I said, I'm not going to say it's the best. I mean, like I said, with me, I had theories, like especially like with Corey's downward spiral, and this is probably getting into more with my line of work. You know,
Yeah.
I work in social services, psychology, mental health, and like even though he doesn't start the spiral until after he's thrown over the bridge, so I started wondering at that point if he had like a traumatic brain injury. Which is, and this is where, and that's what I knew exactly. That's why he was going to say, because that's people with TBIs are known to have behavior changes and everything. So I'm like, okay, this kind of makes sense to me with all that. And then you were even saying about Allison, like how, sorry guys, I keep adjusting. I'm even on the couch where I should be comfy. How with Allison being different, I'm like, well, she lost both her parents. You know, she had a serial killer after her. Yeah, we got severe trauma going on.
She should have been the killer.
So, like I said, I liked it. I'm not going to say it's my favorite one. I think I even said last night after watching this, you know, the original Halloween 2 is still my favorite. I know you said even the first one, but I think for me with the second one, I kind of saw that one first because of Slumber Party when I was younger. So that one always kind of stuck with me. So that one's like the Halloween 1 and 2 and even 3 are like my favorites. The rich, you know, that not even though it's a different time, you know, Halloween 3 is kind of off on its own. But I mean, I know you wanted to say what they should have done.
What do you mean?
This is like, well, what was a couple of the things you were saying last night? Can you hand me my drink?
Sorry, what did I say? You're gonna have to give me a refresher. I said a bunch of shit.
Welcome to Halloween meets Friday the 13th, Part 5.
Oh, you want me to go into that?
Yeah, and
so somebody was influenced by Friday the 13th, Part 5. I mean, they basically did that. I hated that character, and again, is it my turn to talk? I guess.
Yeah, I was letting you go.
Oh, well, if I forget something, you can say something.
Well, you were saying too, like how they should have done this
in Part 5.
Yeah, back with
they should have did this with Jamie. I would have liked that better. Have her, because they had a connection. They were related.
Mm-hmm.
What is this douchebag? He just shows up out of nowhere, and they have a bond whenever they're, instead of holding hands, he's holding his throat, and it's like, why don't they just kiss each other? Like, we have so much in common. We should hook up. I'm glad I met you on Tinder or whatever. It seemed like it was stupid. I didn't like it. It was so boring.
Yeah, because he was normally.
Nothing happens in the first 50 friggin' minutes.
Normally, we don't watch movies together.
This is why, because I wanted to bail.
Yeah, because he was like at one point
I'm tired of watching this.
I knew he was out of it at one point because he got up and didn't pause it. So I knew.
You know, when I get up to go to the bathroom and I haven't seen a movie 1,000 times, no pause.
And I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, he's out of it. He's not even connecting. You know, I knew he wasn't into it at all. And I mean, I'm not going to say we don't watch movies together a lot of the time, but I think that's, like he said, part of the reason we don't.
Because you like stuff that I don't, and that's fine.
And that's what happened. Because I think right after that, I got up and I told him, I said,
I like it, so stop it. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was like, I said, you're not into this. And he goes,
no, it's so boring.
And all that. And I said, well,
I don't care about none of
I got to
this.
go to the bathroom. You need to pause it because I want to know what's going on. So, I mean, like I said, that's why we said this one might be a little fun because of opposing views on how.
It was so boring. There really isn't a whole lot to say because nothing happens. I mean, why did you like it? I mean, you explained the movie. Why did you like it? You explained it. I know that.
Okay.
What did you like?
Well, I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like Halloween 5. Oh my
All right, just
god,
come on, just
Friday the 13th Part 5. I
I like
do.
that one too, but they're not setting it up that. Okay, that's a good thing. We'll talk about that. For this section here, we'll compare this to Friday the 5. Why I like 5, why I don't like this. First of all, they never made any indication in part 5 that it was Jason. They start the movie odd, Tommy shows up, the fat guy gets killed, then the cop shows up, they do that, and then right after that Seaman Roy shows up, they cut to those greaser guys and they get killed. They never made any reference about Jason coming back or anything. They never told you specifically Jason is in the movie. They didn't. That's why it didn't bother me, because they weren't saying that he was in it. And plus, it's called A New Beginning. If you think about that title, the final chapter, part 4, it ended. Jason's story is over. If there was only 5 Friday the 13th, look at it this way. Final chapter was the final chapter of Jason. A new beginning means you're starting over. You are starting something new, like a new chapter, a new beginning. So they went that way by not having Jason in it. So you don't have Jason teaming up with somebody. Like, why the fuck would Michael team up with somebody? When has he ever done that? I mean, if you don't, well, you don't count the Thorn trilogy because that's Ixnay's that. So what is the plot? Why does he do that? What makes me think that Michael would have any connection to this guy if you just take out all those ones? It's like, and why did he see that? You mean he didn't see like the shit that happened to anybody else that he killed? It's just, why him? He went to kill that guy. He saw that. You mean to tell me everybody else he killed didn't have like a tragic backstory? Why didn't he see that whenever, didn't he try to kill Tommy or something too? Jarvis? Not Jarvis, you fucking moron. Tommy Doyle. Why didn't he see the pain that Tommy Doyle went through whenever he was going after him? But all of a sudden, this one character that you just met, who he's trying to kill and choke, he just happens to look in his eyes and see what happened to him? All this shit? Like, first of all, how does Michael do that? Does he have supernatural powers? It's not explained. I'm going by Halloween 2018 kills in this. I'm ignoring all the other ones other than the first one because that's what this series does. Well, how does he have this? That's not explained. How does he see? Why is he so sympathetic? Why is Michael in a way kind of a wuss or a slave to this douchebag who he just met that he has a connection to? But first of all, you don't know if he actually killed that kid in the beginning because of what they show. They left that open too. Like, did he really want to kill the kid, or was he just actually pissed off about it? You really didn't see that. So, I mean, I give a credit for that. You didn't see that. But say if he accidentally did that and he might have accidentally killed that bum or whatever because he was beating him up, why did he see that? Why didn't he say, oh, I'm sorry, Michael should have been like, oh, if he saw all this stuff about him in his past, why didn't he know in Michael's mind, if they had a connection, Michael think, oh, it was an accident. He didn't mean to kill that kid, so fuck you, I'm going to kill you. So what if he had known that all his murders were an accident, if he was able to connect, if he was seeing the things that Corey saw, I guess that's his name, or Roy, if he saw that connection, why did he not see that that first one was possibly an accident and just assume that he did it on purpose? Because Michael purposely kills his sister in the beginning of the first one, 78. He goes after and kills her, stabs her with a knife. This guy accidentally killed her, as far as you know. So what was the connection there? It was an accident. So why did he connect with them and all that? So okay, you like this, so explain that plot line to me.
I mean, I don't know about that plot line. Like
Exactly.
I said,
That's
I
what
just
I
said
don't like
like I was just doing the comparison between the two, like saying too, like, okay, the town like kind of hated Michael after what he did, which is like the same thing that happened with Corey, even though
But that's not what I'm saying. What shouldn't Michael have known that it was an accident if he was able to connect to him by seeing through his eyes? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but I mean, I don't like that scene is a little.
It's stupid. That's the scene where I bailed. I'm like, they're going to do this. They're going to pull Friday 5 kind of, but worse. So yeah,
You know,
I
they gave
hated
him a protege.
I don't like that. He doesn't need one. He's a loner. They tried to do that in the Curse of Michael Myers, where he was that Thorn thing. I guess that was a little weird too, and people didn't like that. But this here, it kind of went along with that. I didn't
when
like
it came with the Thorn trilogy, though, they were trying to give a supernatural explanation.
And
for
plus,
what...
that was a trilogy, sort of. They started with that. This one just throws us out of nowhere. You don't have like if this would have been, well, it would have sucked even more. So I'm glad he didn't. What if this would have been the 2018 one, and they continued that story on after that and showed how he connected, like they should have did with Jamie Lloyd whenever they did it in part 5. They bailed on that, but they did it with this one, who he has no connection with. And plus, like I said, he has no connection because when he killed the kid, it was an accident.
Even though the parents didn't know because you
Well,
heard
they
him
don't know, but
upstairs.
he knows, and the audience sort of knows. But should Michael know if he connects with him? Like, I feel what you're going through. So wouldn't he know that was an accident? Okay, well that's what.
Yeah, no, I
No.
mean,
All right.
like for me, I think I was just looking more at the like I said, going with the Corey part was like, okay,
maybe they named him Corey after Corey Feldman from Friday the 13th. I don't know.
I was just looking more at the, like I said, the psychological part. Like, you know, if you follow watching any documentaries about serial killers or stuff like that, like the mind piece always fascinates me.
I couldn't have been. Sorry.
What leads somebody down that path, and I think that's what kind of drew me in on that. Because, like I said, I was saying at that point, like when he fell, he hit his head, he was knocked unconscious. Okay, you know, they talk about how concussions affect people and everything like that with everything, you know, concussions. And like I said, I went straight to a traumatic brain injury, which a concussion is considered. So that's where I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I could see where the behavior changes would come in. But I mean, like I said, that's just more or less me with, you know, the line of work I'm in too as well.
Well, if you didn't do that or know any of this, would you still have liked it?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I mean, like I said, like I, you know, with watching,
so
you know,
basically,
other things.
You're sort of being confusing because you're explaining why you liked it, but but now you're saying that if you weren't into that, you don't know if you would like it. So basically, if people are straight up horror fans and don't understand that stuff, like me, I wouldn't like it. But if people do what you do, then they'll probably like it.
Possibly. I mean,
Okay,
like I said, I mean, like I can see why you don't like it.
Well, that's boring.
You know, like I said, in watching it, you know, I can see, okay, I can totally see why a diehard horror movie fan who's going in, you know, expecting to see Michael Myers doing his shit.
Yes, that's what you get.
I totally see.
And the trailer lied too. They did false that trailer. They didn't show that what was going to be going on in that. I don't even think they showed that one part in the trailer where he chokes him, and then that's it. You just think that he's just a random person that Michael's going to kill. They don't really show you or tell you who he is. So I just saw whenever I saw the trailer, oh, Michael's been hiding out in the sewer, and that kid finds him, and then he kills him, and then Michael's going to escape the sewer after resting for 4 years and then start a rampage and kill people throughout the time. That's what I would like to have seen. See? Simple shit.
So, I mean, like I said, I'm explaining why I like it, but I can also see why, you know, okay, after Halloween Kills, you know, the way that was a gore fest.
I liked it. People didn't like it. I liked it.
It was like, you know, kills out the ass and everything. And this one, like,
was weak.
And as you said, it wasn't Michael doing the kills.
That's what pissed me off too.
So it's
how many people did Michael kill? One, if that. I mean, seriously,
that we know of.
All right, I want to highlight that. 5, 6.
The 4 band kids, that DJ, his secretary, the doctor, that other nurse,
and then of course the kid in the beginning.
But do we really count him?
He killed him. Even if it's an accident, it's still a death. I count him.
So right now I'm like a 10 if I'm getting everybody correctly.
He killed 10. Michael killed 1.
And I'm like, did he even really kill one? That's why I'm even trying to remember.
I don't know. Like I said, I bail it out. I hate this movie. I hate
this movie. The homeless guy, 11.
Yeah,
I forgot about him. But I mean, that was
all this shit.
But it was a little bit more self-defense. But he still killed him.
It was still a kill.
I mean, the homeless guy, the bum, the hobo, whatever you want to call him, alludes that Michael drags people in there and kills them. So,
but they never showed it.
But you don't see like any remnants.
No, you see.
Is that what it?
No skulls, no bodies, no corpses, no nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like I could see, you know, why, you know, somebody going in, you turkey.
What? It frees up.
Okay, I think we're okay. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna beat this computer. I can see.
You conning it in? Or are we good?
I'm just going because it seems like it's fine.
All right.
Like I can see why a fan of the series in general.
So what you're saying? I'm sorry if I interrupt you. I'm sorry. If I think of shit, I say it. So, are you a fan of the series? Because you're saying why a fan of the series would not like this. You're saying you do, so you wouldn't say that you're a big hardcore fan of it since you do like it.
I like it, but I mean, you know, maybe it might be going back to, and I don't think we reviewed. Hold on, let me look at my list here because I thought we did talk about it, but
Well,
maybe
just
we
what? I
didn't.
can tell you instead of wasting time.
The Child's Play remake. Did we do that?
I don't know. That should have been a
Anyways,
different name anyhow, but moving on from that.
maybe if it wasn't a Halloween movie. Or
It wasn't, because then, like, Halloween 3 was good. It shouldn't have been called Halloween 3. But this just kind of sucked because Michael Myers was in it. If you'd have called it Halloween and maybe... But if he wasn't in it at all and it was its own thing, maybe. I don't think I would have liked it, but I wouldn't have been so hard on it because Michael's thrown in the fucking background. He's just like pitched to the background like the Curse whenever he with that thorn thing. Like when he's standing there like a douchebag whenever they're doing the sacrifices with all them people, he's just standing there like a fucking tool and like a nothing like that. They basically throw Michael and shit on his legacy and everything. They put him in the background. Like, okay, here's a story. It's this kid. He's the star. He's this. Michael, you go stand over in the corner over there. It's this kid's turn to shine. And you can show up whenever we need to beat the shit out of you, take your mask, and then have you show up and just have Laurie kick your ass at the end while you did absolutely nothing. You're a jobber. You're nothing. You're a piece of shit, Michael. Get out of here. We're bringing in this new character. He's going to be our new guy. That's kind of how I feel that they were being with that.
So you just kind of feel like, okay, if this wasn't a Halloween...
It could have been Halloween, just don't have Michael Myers. Call it Halloween Ends and don't put Michael Myers in. It still would have sucked, but at least it wouldn't have been like putting him on the back burner. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe it won't make sense later, me saying that. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I hated the movie. I tried to give it a chance. I'd say, okay, where are we going? But like I said, whenever they connected, that kind of lost me. And as soon as he took his mask and he started killing, I was like, fuck this movie. I'm done. Like I said, I like Friday the 13th Part 5. Leave a comment if you like that.
No, we messed up because Michael killed the nurse.
Oh, yeah, he stabbed her.
I forgot about that. So technically, we know 10 kills.
Yeah. See how memorable this is? We just watched it yesterday, and I don't remember. Now I do.
Not even 24 hours ago at this
point. Like I said, there's something... Okay, well, what is it? Okay, since you like to analyze this stuff, why do I like... And since you know me, maybe you can explain to people who might have a curious question, who actually think this way. If you like Friday the 13th Part 5, and you hate this one, based upon me, why do you think that's so? Why do I like Friday 5? It's not my favorite, but I like it. The Friday I hate is Jason Goes to... Maybe that's what... Jason Goes to Hell. I should have compared it to that. He's not in the fucking movie. He's in the beginning and is the end.
You answered your own question.
Okay, well then why do I hate that? But I like the first one, and he's just because that wasn't. He wasn't a thing then.
He was, but it wasn't
a thing.
Him, and they never planned on this becoming.
Okay, well then why do I like? Series. Okay, why do I like 5, but I hate 9? Jason Goes to Hell, and I hate this one. What's the difference?
Well, like I said, you kind of answered. You said 5, like as you said earlier, a new beginning.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be Michael Myers. It's starting over with
It's not supposed to be Jason.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting confused.
So, I mean, you explained that earlier. That's probably why you like it, because you were like, oh, going in and seeing it. Okay, it's a new beginning.
Mm-hmm. It's a new thing.
It's not Jason.
Oh, and also, Friday the 13th Part 5 gets bonus points because of the boobies.
Can I have my drink again? And then...
Hey, I'm sorry, I had to say it. That works for me.
And I think, too, you just answered...
It's like, us also, too, why can't we have naked chicks in horror movies anymore? Fuck me, man. Why not?
Because everything has to be friendly.
That ain't friendly.
No, I'm just saying you answered your own question.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned, because like you said, you don't like 9, Friday the 13th Part 9, because Jason's in it for all of 10 minutes.
And that whole body possessing is stupid. They never established that in the other ones. Just like they never established this Michael character from the other 2 movies. How does he have a connection to this douchebag kid who's not related? He sees
They'll probably
him.
Make another one in 10 years that somehow they were related. God knows. Because, I mean, even if you watch some other YouTubers out there, they talk about the different timelines, even with
But everything. I'm basing this on the last 3 they did, including the first one. So, yeah, 78, 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. I'm excluding the Thorn and all that stuff. So how does Michael go from Part 1 to 40 years later to Halloween Kills, and then in between Halloween Kills and this one, he has a psychic connection with some douchebag that you never met before in any other movies, and the story's all of a sudden about him.
You'll have to ask the writer.
Well, that's why I hate it. You liked it because of the psychological thing.
That's
I don't like it because of that. If I want to watch something like that, put it in its own movie.
And I think that's why I was kind of referencing the Child's Play remake. Like, we both like that.
It was fine. I didn't say I don't care if I watch. I like where they went with it with the technology now, having a doll programmed by computers to kill people, because that could probably
But
actually
we
happen.
also said they probably shouldn't have called it Child's Play. We were saying they should
Or
call it Buddy.
But see, something like that, I can believe that nowadays that could actually happen.
Yeah.
Somebody buys a doll that got fucked up, or some idiot psychopath program, and it tells you stuff or says, kill yourself. Kill yourself. You know, have a doll that just manipulates kids or tells them to do that. It's like, mommy and daddy don't love you. Stab them when they sleep. I mean, they could do shit like that now. I mean, but that's why I didn't mind it. It's not my favorite, but at least they went a different direction with it.
So with this, do you have anything else to add before
I'll probably think of something when we're done, but I don't know.
That's the way it usually goes.
I don't know. What would you what would you rate this?
I said last night.
I know what you said, but I want to know. I want you to say it again.
I said probably, B minus, C plus.
But that's what I wanted to make sure you said that, because I'm confused now. Wouldn't, if you rate something like, okay, a C, wouldn't you think I rate a movie a C? I think it's just like you
It's
seem
average.
to be.
It's average. I mean,
it's C, but you like it, but it's a C.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not something. I don't know.
I'll never watch this again.
That's just it. Like, I don't know if it's one I'll read. That's where I would feel about it. Like, I'm not sure if I'd be anxious to watch it again.
I don't care if I ever watch it again.
And I mean, I don't think I've watched Halloween 2008. I probably have watched it a couple times. I've not watched Halloween Kills since last year.
Since you analyze, do you think this movie, it wouldn't have saved the movie, but do you think that since you analyze this and understand that stuff, do you think they could have cut a good 10, 15 minutes out of this? Or do you think they needed this to be almost 2 hours to get everything across? Or do you think there's some scenes that they could have been like, you know what, that's not important, just cut this out so the movie flows better?
I think the DJ was unnecessary. It was just in there for a body count.
Well, they could have killed him, but just had him kill him, not have him talk.
Right.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Like we were debating about, the high school kids. We just said
that was a waste.
We knew as soon as they showed up, we're like, they're just in for the body count.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about, you need somebody to kill.
Right.
Well, I mean, were there scenes that you could cut out where it wasn't necessary to have somebody get killed, because you want that.
Right.
Like Friday the 13th Part 5, Lana and the dude, they show up, so he gets killed. The biker dude, or the greaser guys, they're there to get killed. Right. I'm not talking about that. I mean, just extended scenes where they're talking in the restaurant and on top of the radio station and the motorcycle. And
I was going to say, like, the motorcycle scenes, because actually at one point, the way things were going too with Allison, I actually thought maybe she was going to join in.
I would have liked her to kill him and then her start killing.
So, I mean, I was thinking that, but yeah, there was just some things that probably could have been cut out. I mean,
maybe if that Corey and Michael would have been related, Corey could have thrown Michael the knife and said, "Go get him, cuz."
Now we're referencing Bad Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, well, I just think of this shit. It's stupid.
So,
I guess
I think that's about it, because we're up to almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
Glitches and everything. So, hope you enjoyed a little bit with opposing views with it.
Yeah, leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment.
Yeah, let us know. We haven't really. Please. You watched some other people's reviews.
Yeah, but I watched the movie before I saw them.
Right.
I don't take anybody else's opinion. I stick by. My first reaction is where I go by. Some movies may change. Sometimes they don't. But my first reaction is, "Fuck this! I hated it."
Yeah, this might have been a fun one to do a reaction watching video, which we had talked about maybe experimenting with.
No, because I would have just sat there like, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? Shut this off.
So anyways, that's it for this review. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Bell icon, so when I post videos once a year over here, I have some to edit up.
Well, maybe you would get more views if you would keep up with it and post stuff and actually care about your
If I had a better laptop, maybe I'd be have more incentive to get on here a little bit more.
Send us a laptop. Send us a laptop. We'll give you the address to send it to.
Check out my other channel, K-Doll Games, Toys, and More, toy and game reviews. That's why Bob showed his toys over here, because I won't talk about those toys over there.
Nope.
And stay tuned for more, because we got a couple more reviews to do, and then we're going to do a couple more discussion videos. So check back in. We'll see you soon. Bye. You're not saying bye?
Bye. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Fuck this movie. Go watch the 78 one.